3 trading indicators that could change your trading game. I'm going to be speaking from my own experience and how I use these indicators to make more accurate and profitable trades. And they are the indicators I use on a daily basis when trading. And I have been trading for the past 5+ years. And also, we're going to be talking about Cronos, which is CRO USD or USDT. In this market, I'll show you guys what has happened since the last time I've talked about it. This is a request by one of my longtime viewers and subscribers. If you guys have any other requests, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, letting me know what you guys want to see in this market. I'll try to get your requests, when I think there are interesting things to talk about, because you don't want to just listen when there's nothing happening, right? So make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see any other markets in this with technical analysis. But right now, let's get into Chronos and some indicators I'll let you guys know that I use. First things first, with Chronos, okay. This is the falling wedge pattern. This is on the weekly time frame. Very important to know your time frames, because moves on on bigger time frames are definitely gonna be bigger moves and are gonna take longer. And in my opinion, um, uh, chart patterns on higher time frames are gonna be more stable and less volatile, right? So what I'm seeing here for Chronos, it broke out of this falling wedge pattern, and price target for this falling wedge pattern is going to be about 17 cents price target. So that is indicator number 1. Indicator number 1 is charting your patterns here. Now, 3 candlesticks on that time frame validates a trend line. Okay, so we have the top trend line and the bottom trend line. They don't always have to be exact, but I mean, it should give you, it should be pretty close, right? And you should know some of these patterns: falling wedges, rising wedges, cup and handles, right? You can use Grok if you guys have Twitter. And if you guys have Twitter, you guys should definitely follow me on Twitter with the link below. And Grok will make your life so much easier, especially if you guys really want to learn technical analysis. It would cut down your time spending on Google, looking for links and useful information. Of course, you have to put on a critical thinking hat and really analyze what a lot of these AI chatbots are saying as well. So I think that's a good starting point. But let's get back to Chronos here, since it broke out of this falling wedge pattern back in March. This breakout is still valid. 17 cents price target, still valid. Now, price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. Very much depends on what the market does and what Bitcoin does, right? Bitcoin is still the driver of this market, even though its dominance is slipping, right? So some of these smaller Bitcoin dips and pullbacks may not affect the altcoins like it did back in consolidation periods, right? It's still very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin, because with bigger dips, that could still affect the altcoins, especially when you reach the peak of that bull market, okay? I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of these altcoins across the board, but my opinion on this market is still bullish right now. And of course, these are just my opinions and speculations, and none of which what I'm saying here in this video is financial advice. You should do your own due diligence. But that's just what I'm saying here. Okay. Now, since it broke out here, let's take a look into a smaller time frame and see if I can get any clues on what could be happening. I talked about a possible cup and handle pattern here last time. Okay. Now, that actually evolved more into a W pattern, but it doesn't really make much of a difference, because it is still a cup and handle pattern here, right? And you still measure the price target the same way, basically from the resistance, which is at about 11.5 cents, down to the bottom of the pattern. Let me adjust that pattern now. So one adjustment, because we're not measuring this wick anymore, but this bottom now, right? So now you put that measurement on top of the resistance of the pattern. That will give you a price target of about 15 cents. That's how you get your price targets, okay? For cup and handles. Now, it broke out of this cup and handle pattern, as you guys can see here, just yesterday, okay? So that is, let's see what's happening right now with Cronos. Okay, it broke out not too long ago. This is the hourly time frame now, and since it broke out, it has formed a falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside. Price target for the smaller falling wedge pattern is going to be about 12.8 cents price target if it breaks out by this point. So that's basically what I'm seeing. And of course, you don't want to see Cronos break back into the pattern, because that's not going to be good. That's going to tell you that it's going to be a fake out. Okay. So that's basically what I'm seeing for Cronos. It's very important to be paying attention to the time frames, right? Because how I look for fake outs is I look for the highest time frame where the pattern is valid, and if you get a candle close back into the pattern there, that tells you, at least that tells me, it's a fake out. Me personally, okay? So that's how I usually, look for legitimate breakouts, fake outs, or flops, okay? So this basically wraps it up for Cronos for today. Let's see if Cronos actually works its way towards that 17 cents price target. If it does, then we can come back here and analyze further if enough of you guys want to see it. So drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.